All right, I'm a little under the weather this week, but it doesn't mean that I don't have a gripe. Death, taxes, and NBA superstars missing nationally televised games. That is the holy trinity of certainty. We are 2 days into the NBA season, and already some of the biggest names in the sport are MIA. That list includes Joel Embiid, Paul George, Zion, Kawhi, and now Deonte Murray. Missing the first week of the NBA season, to me, is like being a kid and missing the first day of school. You are corny. Everybody is excited for the first day of school. You lay your fit out nice and neat. You can barely sleep because you're excited to show your peers how tall you've got or that you got a mustache now. Whatever the thing is that's new, right? We have been without the NBA season since June. We've been waiting for 4 long months for the first games of the season. How are you still not ready? Jared Vanderbilt, you've been hurt for 2 years. How are you still not able to play? If you have a legitimate injury, I understand. Paul George hurt his knee so bad that his body did something sassy. So he probably needs to sit out for a second, okay? But there's this air in the modern NBA that just feels like too many of the players and teams, might I add, because they are complicit and probably spearheading all of this, if I can be completely honest. But it seems that there's no longer a desire to wow fans. And this is an entertainment league, not any different than the WWE, other than supposedly there's no scripted outcomes. But imagine Triple H from the WWE not showing up to a Royal Rumble because his stomach hurts or because his 5th metatarsal is bruised. I'm sick of it. No sport means more to me than basketball, and the first day of the NBA season is like Christmas, man. So when I turn the game on and my favorites aren't out there hooping, it just sucks. So my fumble of the week is going to the brittle bones and ligaments of NBA players who are robbing me of the joy of seeing their incredible gifts in the opening week of the season. Samaria, my question for you: do you think NBA players are soft?
I'm not saying it because we've already had our dispute over football versus basketball, so I'm not even getting into that. I will say though, it's really interesting. I feel like if Lonzo Ball playing, y'all need to be playing. Okay, this man barely got a knee put together. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe I'm gonna send it back to you because what do you make of this investigation of Joel Embiid's participation? Do you feel like that's what they need to do now?
Well, it's a mandate. It's something that the NBA, I think, last year started doing when players miss nationally televised games. They want to get all the information to make sure that this wasn't an elective sitting out, but something that was absolutely mandatory or necessary, rather, for a player's health, long-term and short-term. Joel, I don't know what Joel hurt. They said he had some inflammation in his knee, but he had lost 30 pounds. We saw him play in the Olympics. I don't understand like how he's so hurt that he can't play on opening night, bro. Like, you got to play opening night. And if you want to sit out the second game, cool. But you can't miss that first game. I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, at least set the tone. Like, hey, I'm hurt or I'm a little bruised or damaged or whatever. But at this day, I'm showing up because it means that much to me. I think it sets a bad tone for the team, a bad message to the league. And I think many of his peers and competitors don't see Joel Embiid as a legitimate threat because they know that he is so willing to miss games, miss times. And when you do that in a team sport, what happens is the team dynamic gets disrupted. And so the Philadelphia 76ers, with all of these new parts, I don't think are going to be feared around the league because they're like, oh, well, they ain't really built enough continuity to warrant us like legitimizing them as a threat. And so I think that even more so than him not playing and disappointing my heart, I think it sets a bad tone for the team going into the rest of the season.
Yeah, and I think I read somewhere that they're more focused on the postseason and having him healthy for that.
I've never seen a team without chemistry win a championship.
Right.
So you integrating a new piece into the fold in Paul George, right? You got to see how that feels. You got just all of these new parts for the Sixers. Like, if they have like I think 8 new players on their team, including the rookie Jared McCain, who I think is phenomenal. And so people have to know how to play off of the guy who's the centerpiece of it all. So if Joel Embiid is not there to like really figure out the nuances of what each of his teammates are doing, come playoff time, it's going to look goofy. That's just not how the NBA works, bro. You don't just bring in. It takes time to gel. And if you do that in 41 games or in 50 games as opposed to 82, which is the goal, or 69, then pause. 69 is crazy. Then I just think you're not doing yourself a service. Sorry, I couldn't help it. That was crazy. I don't know why I chose 69 of all numbers. Or maybe I do. Anyway. Y'all let us know your thoughts in the comments section about NBA superstars. I'm ashamed of myself. Sorry, mama. About NBA superstars missing opening games to start the NBA season. Do you feel like NBA players should prioritize being available the first night of the season? Or does this buffing window that allows them to get healthy in the middle of the season make sense for their long-term investment? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.